My friends, there are only 900 days left before the AI opportunity is over. And in this video, I'm going to show you the top 3 ways I would be trying to use AI to make money. All the tools are pretty much free and AI is going to do 90% of the work. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into method number 1. All right, so the first use case on how to make money with AI is I would go straight to basically developing apps. If you look kind of in the traditional sense, it would cost thousands upon thousands of dollars to basically create your own app. Now, there's a few tools I'll suggest here in a second, but if you look here, I basically just one-shotted this app I created. Basically, it was a fitness app. As you can see, I have affirmations at the top here. You can really just get all the affirmations you want to keep you active. There's a menu bar. As you can see here, basically I created this as well through prompting, very simple prompting, in fact. And more importantly, I think this is just really, really cool. And anti-gravity basically gives you the ecosystem to be able to create stuff like this. And just through basic, again, very basic prompting, you have the abilities to create your own app. Anti-gravity, it kind of just came out a few weeks ago. And we're kind of building it. So very, very cool just to see how a non-coder like myself has the ability to create something pretty cool. And so that's basically the first use case I would start creating, would be apps. As you can see here to my left, basically just all the files. Might be daunting at first, but through videos and kind of just playing around with it, it's actually not that bad. And so I would say you can build it out, and then you can create a landing page, which is super easy to do. You can do that actually in Anti-Gravity, or just use some other platform to create it. Really easy now with AI. And then also you can really easily, not this one, but you can really easily just create apps and actually put them on the App Store, which we'll probably do in a future video. But that would be the first objective I would be thinking of, especially right now, because it's just so easy and not too many people are thinking like that. Not too many people are thinking, hey, let's use like 2-3 tools max to create apps. So that would be the first place I look towards. Again, I know this looks daunting, a lot of lines of code, a lot of files. It's not, trust me. So that is kind of the first use case, but the second use case is a little easier and also has pretty big impact. So use case number 2 to make money with AI is providing marketing material to businesses. Now, historically, it took a very, very long time and it cost a lot of money to create websites, landing pages, funnels, VSLs, TSLs, videos, creatives, whatever have you within that creative realm. It took a very long time. Now with the use of AI, you can actually do it in minutes, and here's kind of the punchline, it converts. I work actually hand in hand with an agency right now. I see behind the scenes of 6- and 8-figure businesses, and let me tell you, number one, there's not much quality. Those ads usually don't perform, and the agency game is very saturated. So if you can actually just step up to the plate. So with that being said, you're going to use 2 tools to basically create this process. Now, number one, you're going to have access to an LLM. Does not matter which LLM you use. However, I will say I use Claude because I find Claude has the best creative writing skills, and Grok as well is pretty great. Now, more importantly, the specific process I want you to go through is, if you're on Claude, you're going to create a project. If you're on Gemini, you're going to create a gem. If you're on ChatGPT, you're going to create a GPT. What you're going to do is you're going to put assets in the project gem or GPT. Now, what I would suggest you put in here is obviously your onboarding material, prior ads that have worked, specifically not from your niche. You can put in copywriting frameworks like Ada, and you can even get PDFs from great marketing books and put that in as well. All I want you to do is basically, if you're a marketer already, take your swipe file, throw that in here, and just use that as a reference. If you're not, trust me, YouTube and all these other spots, the internet, have marketing material for free that you can just put in here. And all you're going to do is you're going to come in here. Once this is nice and filled out, you're going to say, hey, give me prompts so that I can make creatives for this business, and only specifically take information from this project, from this gem, from this GPT. Once it gives you the outline of the prompts of those creatives, right? Because you're creating prompts to then create the creative, you're going to come into a tool like Higgsfield or an all-in-one tool. Now, I specifically use Nano Banana Pro right now in 2025. It could be different later on. And more importantly, as you can see, this prompt is contextual to the business. It's very specific. It's catchy. It has all the advertising and all the punchiness. The point is, you can make money by very quick work here. And it doesn't matter, again, your proficiency of marketing. Okay, I have spent a lot of time and I have bought a ton of courses doing this. However, trust me, it's not rocket science. Now, the third area I would use AI for is actually creating content around AI specifically. So obviously this industry is booming. There's so much money coming into this industry, and a lot of people are just trying to excel their knowledge a little further. And so you have people such as, you have Nate here, you have Liam, you have all these prominent figures creating content around AI, and they're making a very, very substantial amount of money per month. And they've created basically a community on Skool. What they first did is started promoting themselves or talking about things they know about AI on YouTube or other platforms, right? So what they do is they create a number of videos, and they keep doing that for a little while to get a bit of a following, and then they create a community on the back end. And as you can see here, they either have free communities or paid communities, and then that leads to a bit of an ecosystem, and then they can start actually monetizing that community, something that I'm actually working towards myself. And you realize you don't have to be the biggest, you don't have to be the biggest name in the space, but you can make thousands upon thousands of dollars. And right now, let me tell you, right now we are all still students. So the space is not commoditized, it's not saturated. There's a tremendous disconnect between real world and AI, let alone people knowing about AI and even how to use LLMs. So you can start very basic and you can go into depth, you can pick a niche, you can do whatever, but just speaking about AI, you can then turn that into community, and then you can start monetizing that on the back end, just like these other people. And typically what you do see is that they create a community, and then that community gives them status and results, which further allow them to talk about specific AI use cases. And then you have businesses coming through their funnel because they have this substantial community, and now they're on the home screen of YouTube, and now they can make even more money. So that is kind of the third and probably the biggest potential right now, that you don't really have to do too much, and then monetizing on the back end eventually when you are in that position.